gotta understand, some people's intention is to get you to commit harm to them. That's actually their intention. Now, whether you go ahead and you do that or not, that's just up to the person. I mean, I'd recommend that nobody, you know, comply, I guess, with these people's so-called demands, even though they might not ask you with words, but you'll see it through their behavior. So I don't recommend that you follow through with their so-called demands, because it's not going to be good for you. Because you got to understand, these people's demand is coming from a place of insanity. These people are out of their mind. Like, they're not in their right mind. They need to... See, I want to tell you, be put down, right? But, like, then they would say, well, wouldn't that be complying with what they want? So, it's like a revolving door of questions. Like, yeah, but maybe they need to be put down in another type of way, without people having to put them down, because again, that is really their demand. It's kind of like they want to like take you along with them. Some people's life is so worthless that they're willing to ruin their life and yours. You understand? That's a thing. So yeah, like I said, most people, they would just remove themselves. Depends, I guess, on the scenario. In some cases, it's so-called, it's technically your job. So if you're in one of those scenarios, I don't know, like, that's a whole different thing where it's your job and people are like attacking you while you're, for example, in uniform or something. That's something else. I don't know about that, but it also applies to civilians. Like I'm saying, there's people out there that want to put themselves in harm's way with not just, for example, law enforcement, but civilians too. I'm saying this applies to all people, not just people in uniform. Like, some people are just like, I'm gonna get this guy to blast me today. Just fucking crazy. So yeah, society is in really deep trouble, man. I'm noticing there's a lot of people that have nothing going for them, and their sole purpose is to disrupt order, cause problems for others. That's it. They don't have a life. It's the same thing as a person who just wants someone else to do them harm so they could drag them along with them. At the end of the day, you realize it's a person. Maybe they're sick physically. They realize they don't have any time left. So they're ready to cause harm to a big amount of people. You understand what I'm saying? That's real life. I've seen it. Like, I've seen these people. They want me to know that they exist. You know? They want the people to know. It's almost like a threat. Like, well, we don't care about death. About anything I could say to these people. Anything I could put in their mind. Like, we don't care. We don't care. They got headphones in their ears. We don't care. We don't care. Anything, no matter what. If a cop put his gun in their face. If some, whatever, like government employee threatened them with torture, with literally pliers. If you believe in such a thing. Whatever. The point is, whatever I could say or someone else could say to these people. Nothing. They got headphones in their ears. Like, blah, blah, blah. They don't give a fuck. They're there. They don't fear torture. They don't fear death. They don't fear bombs. Nothing. So that's a question now for, I guess, smarter people than me. What do you do with these people? How do you stop these people? They don't care about dying. They don't care about being tortured. They don't care about their relatives. They don't care about nothing. Again, they can't even hear you. Pretend they can't hear you. They got headphones in their ears. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing. You might as well be talking to a wall. So for the smarter people out there, the people, I guess, that know psychology, like they've studied it, how do you stop such a people? You need to think about that. Because I've seen those people. Like, they're not afraid to show themselves. Like, we could all die today. so smart head out there is going to have to figure out how to psychologically defeat people who fear no consequence, nothing. Now, some would say you can't psychologically. You must literally just, for example, the government will send some strike package to just obliterate them. Will it have to end to that? Probably. Like, the police will end up putting like 16 rounds, 25 rounds, 30 rounds, whatever. You see these numbers like, holy fuck. The police really shot the shit out of them. Then you watch the video. You're like, damn. Those people weren't listening. They were just, you see it on the video. So how do you stop that? I don't think you can. Not psychologically. You can't talk to, you can't reason, nothing. They might as well be zombies. So there's certain scenarios where you see the police, they just get to blasting. It's unfortunate, man. I don't know, some people, like, I'm trying to think, is there a way to stop these people before they commit the act, before they go ahead and do what's on their mind? I don't think so. I think you're just going to have to be ready for it. Or, again, you go to a place where these people don't exist, or there's lesser numbers of these people. That's why they have, of course, gated communities and things like that. You know, I can only afford these Airbnbs for now. We'll see what happens with where I end up moving, but for now it's going to be Airbnbs, but you gotta really go to where the collection of people is sound of mind, and stay away from areas where you can tell, like, damn, there's a whole bunch of people here that want harm to be committed to them. Shit. Like, holy shit, yo, what the fuck? It really is sad, man. Some people are like, we're gonna die today. We want to lose our life today. How can you stop such people? Someone smarter than me is gonna have to tell me. Because psychologically, my guess is that you can't. You can only stop them physically. And you see it. You see it on them videos. You could talk about, you know, like the politics with the police and all that. But as a man, as a woman, consider them technically just civilians. What would you do if somebody ran at you with knives or swords or any of the shit we've seen? It's like, yeah, that's fucked up. Regardless if you're in uniform or not. Because man's just be doing it anyways. To people who are cops and people who are not. Right? Do people not shoot up schools? Do people not go on stabbing sprees? So they do that to the cops too. There you go. So, similar, man. Similar. But I'm telling you, I see a whole lot of people that just want harm committed to them, and they're not afraid to show you. They're like, we're here. Like, do me some harm, do us some harm. So, nah, I'm just gonna remove myself from the situation. You can't let people who have nothing to live for drag you down to their level. Sucks, man. Sorry to see Miss Saga go down the hole like this.